Hey guys, Alex Hamilton, YouRise Education. Today we're standing at the Michelson-Morley Memorial Fountain on the historic Case Western Reserve campus, and we're going to take you all around the beautiful university this afternoon. Starting on the northwestern edge of campus, you'll see the Kelvin Smith Library, the main library on campus. On the left is Freiberger Field, which hosts campus events such as commencement. Past that is the Tink, or the Tinkham Veal University Center. This takes us to the KSL Oval, named for the library. The beautiful Severance Hall is known for music. Across Euclid Road is Allen Memorial Medical Library, part of Case Western Reserve's renowned commitment to biomedical research. Walk north and you'll see the University Medical Center. South of Euclid Road is Adelbert Hall for University Administration. Past Amasa Stone Chapel, you'll find yourself in the heart of campus, Case Quad. This leads to Eldred Theater and the Rockefeller Building, which hosts physics. Across the quad, the Wickenden Building has biomedical engineering, and this gives a nice view of A.W. Smith, which holds various sciences. Adjacent to Wickenden, the Sears Building handles student affairs. And Nord Hall hosts the Case School of Engineering. Olin holds labs, while the White Building contains metallurgy. At the end of the quad, the Bingham Building holds the university's renowned mechanical engineering department. Behind, on Van Horn Field, you could see the commitment Case Western Reserve has made to sustainable energy. There's also the headquarters of the campus radio studio. Walk a little farther, and you'll find the Veal Center Sports Complex. Back north on the quad, the Michelson-Morley Memorial Fountain, nicknamed the Lipstick, pays homage to the history of science and innovation on campus. Nearby Yost, Tomlinson, and Crawford Halls host financial aid, dining, and student accessibility, respectively. North of campus, across East Boulevard, is the Cleveland Museum of Art, which boasts a fine arts garden. Whoever says Case Western students are only STEM focused hasn't seen this beautiful museum, where the garden and the Thinker sculpture can provide inspiration for students who are working on art projects. Walk farther up Euclid Avenue and you'll find more examples of the art and charm that characterizes University Circle, including the Museum of Contemporary Art Cleveland, local shops, and the University Bookstore. So with all these opportunities going on around campus, Case Western Reserve is quite a competitive school, admitting only around a quarter of applicants every year. However, On the bright side, the university does not have any supplemental essays that you have to complete for standard undergraduate admission. Now, if you are interested in the highly competitive Pre-Professional Scholars Program, which grants conditional admission to the Case Western Reserve medical and dental schools, then there are 2 required essays. Here is the first one. At first glance, this essay might seem like a good opportunity to recycle a leadership essay, a community essay, or both. However, the prompt specifies that the material written here should not come from other aspects of your application, and that includes the activity list. In a way, you have another personal statement to write, albeit this one has 750 words of space. With this in mind, as you think about the best way to get your story across, I encourage you to start brainstorming about a relationship, your connection to a person or a thing. Relationships develop and they provide the impetus for character growth. So just as a relationship can change, you can showcase your development as a person through the plot line in the story. Maybe you befriended and helped a neighbor who was in need, who then introduced you to a larger social cause that you became passionate about. Or perhaps you developed a hobby of traveling that allowed you to learn more about the world and the various cultures in it. Whatever you decide to write on for this essay, the important thing is that it's personal to you. At the same time, you should introduce some kind of challenge or adversity in the story because that is what gives it its pull and draws the reader in. By detailing a challenge that you've overcome in the story, you're going to showcase to the admissions office the kinds of strengths you as an applicant could contribute to the Pre-Professional Scholars Program. Now here is the second prompt. Now this prompt should seem like an easier topic to address. You have a shorter word count to fulfill, and you have the opportunity to recycle content from other aspects of your application. And for this one, you should. The prompt asks 3 interrelated questions: why you're interested in your future profession, how you're suited for it, and what experiences have led you there. For this prompt, we could start brainstorming with the what. This means the decisions that have geared you toward your chosen profession. These experiences can and should be cited from your activity list, whether that means some clinical shadowing, volunteering, research, or so on. These experiences then connect to how you are suited for your chosen profession. If you're interested in the professions that the Pre-Professional Scholars Program will prepare you for, then you need both hard and soft skills. If you've had clinical research experience, this is an opportunity to talk about what types of equipment and methodology you've learned to use. If you volunteered at a hospital, you could talk about the experiences you've had in interacting with patients. In other words, you want to focus on both the hard and soft skills that you gained from these experiences, and then showcase how those skills will prepare you in your future career. With this in mind, we can think about the other component of the question, the why. Of course, part of the why can be addressed by the experiences that you cite in the above section, but there should also be some kind of motivating factor that sparks your interest in the first place. This key factor is what you can use to start the essay with, and it can also be used as a hook to draw the reader in. Perhaps you or someone that you know was involved in a serious car accident that introduced you to the importance of our medical system. Or maybe the experience of a relative facing a serious illness sparked you to look more into medical research and how to overcome these illnesses. Ultimately, this is an opportunity for you to detail that very visceral why component of the essay. Then we can connect that to the other parts mentioned above. And that's it. So guys, thanks once again for taking the time to watch this, and let me know in the comments, do you find this kind of information helpful to your college application process? In addition, I encourage you to check out our other tours and analysis videos so you can feel more prepared going into the college application process. With that being said, smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.